Let's set the stage. The Lakers are approaching the 2025 postseason with a mix of hope, talent, and expectations. LeBron continues to achieve remarkable feats that defy both age and logic, while Anthony Davis is having one of his healthiest and most consistent seasons in recent years. However, it's the supporting cast that makes the situation intriguing. Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, and D'Angelo Russell have shown flashes of brilliance throughout the regular season. But here's the crux. The Lakers have been here before, with respectable regular seasons that ended in frustrating playoff exits. This year, the pressure feels different. The sentiment around the league is that if the Lakers don't perform well in the playoffs, changes will be inevitable, and those changes could be significant. Enter Rob Pelinka, who has been responsible for shaping several versions of the Lakers roster in recent years. He's never shy about making bold moves when necessary. That was evident in 2020, repeated during the 2023 trade deadline, and it's highly likely we'll see it again in the summer of 2025. So, what would Jamal Murray's role be in this context? Recent rumors, fueled by analysis from commentators, suggest that Murray could become a target for the Lakers if Denver's playoff run falls short. At first glance, this may seem unlikely. Why would the Nuggets trade their co-star, Nikola Jokic? But let's dig a little deeper. The Nuggets have already made a bold move by parting ways with head coach Michael Malone on April 8th, a decision that caught many by surprise. This wasn't just a routine change. It was a clear indication that the Denver management is aiming for more. If they fall short again, especially in the second round or earlier, everything could be on the line. Additionally, we can't overlook the fact that Murray was mentioned in trade rumors last season, which opens a small window for considering this option. While Denver is not actively looking to trade Murray, if they feel the need to shake things up to optimize Jokic's window, Murray's departure could quickly become a valid consideration. And who better to capitalize on this opportunity than the Lakers? Saying that Reeves has shown potential is one thing, but he hasn't reached the same level as Murray, particularly in terms of playoff impact and consistency. Jamal Murray is the type of player who shines in crucial moments, with an impressive average of 24 points per game in the playoffs. If you don't remember, he has several 50-point games in the playoffs, the fifth highest in NBA history, and he's also among the top 25 players in 40-point playoff games. That's not just good, it's historic. He's exactly the type of player the Lakers need. Now, let's consider team construction. Luka Doncic's two best playoff runs in 2022 and 2024 happened when he had an elite backcourt co-star alongside him, an energetic guard capable of easing the pressure on him. This approach has proven effective. So what if the Lakers are looking to replicate this strategy? LeBron and Anthony Davis form a dominant duo in the frontcourt, but the team still lacks a reliable third element. A young talent may become that option in the future, but for now, he's still developing. Another player has been inconsistent, while a third has struggled to stay on the court. There's a clear need here, and a skill point guard could ideally fill that gap. But then the key question arises: what would be required to make this happen? Let's look at the possibilities realistically. The team would likely need to part with some emerging talent, multiple draft picks, and maybe even a rotation player to balance salaries and make the offer more attractive. Would that be enough to grab the other team's attention, especially if the point guard's value drops after a rough playoff season? It's possible, especially if the other team sees value in restructuring their roster with more depth and flexibility through draft picks. From the Lakers' perspective, this could be the last chance to maximize a veteran player's window, one who's about to turn 40 next season. The other player is undoubtedly one of the best in the league, but his injury history makes it hard to consider any season as a guarantee. If the opportunity arises to add a clutch playoff performer to this team, they should act without hesitation. There are certainly risks. The player in question is not the most durable and has faced injuries, including a ligament tear that kept him out for an entire season. However, when healthy, he's one of the most electrifying point guards in the league, capable of creating plays, making tough mid-range shots, and knocking down threes under pressure, things only a few can do. Now, let's imagine this lineup: a dynamic point guard, an experienced player facilitating the game, a dominant big man, and shooters around. This configuration would make the team a serious threat, offering flexibility, playmaking, spacing, and most importantly, offensive power when it matters most. Could this be the move that brings a new title to the city? Some fans are already dreaming about this possibility, while others are more cautious, concerned about the costs and the player's health. Regardless of one's opinion, it's clear that this idea is gaining traction, and it's hard to overlook the fact that the team has a history of making bold moves. From major stars to players who became icons, the franchise has never hesitated to make daring bets. And in a scenario where competition is fiercer than ever, you have to take risks to survive. We can't ignore the moment, either. If the team fails to meet expectations and the other team doesn't advance to the conference finals, both teams could enter a period of changes, which opens the door for bold and unexpected trades that no one saw coming. Is this just an illusion or the start of something real? What do you think about this? Trading young talent and future picks for a clutch point guard would be a valid strategy to give the veteran players a legitimate shot at another title. Is this player the missing piece, or would the team be better off keeping their young core intact? Think about the psychological boost this could give to the group. Bringing in a player with playoff experience sends a clear message. We're here to win now. This energizes the veterans and also sparks motivation in the supporting players. Everyone tends to rise to the occasion when the pressure is on, and having a player of this caliber around could elevate the intensity and focus of the whole team. Moreover, the fan base is one of the most passionate, loyal, and expressive in sports. With a strong core, the team could generate immense engagement, with packed arenas and a spike in merchandise sales. This would turn the team into something more than just a basketball team. It would become an event every game. Of course, all of this depends on timing. The team can't afford to act too early or too late. They'll need to read the signals, monitor the other team's playoff exit, evaluate the player's situation, and keep an eye on rumors. Sometimes the best front offices don't just react to the market. They anticipate it. If the front office is truly in tune with the game's dynamics, they can make a move before the rest of the league fully understands the situation, and we shouldn't underestimate the influence of agents representing players. Information and rumors suggest that the most effective front offices don't just react to the market, they anticipate it. If the team is truly aligned with the game's dynamics, they can make a move before the rest of the league catches on. Additionally, the impact of certain agencies in this context shouldn't be underestimated, as they have extensive connections within the league and a history of facilitating significant deals. If there's a way to align the interests of the group and the player, it's reasonable to believe that this agency will play a crucial role, increasing the chances of a positive outcome. It's worth considering that the player's playing style fits perfectly in the playoff format. He remains unfazed in crucial moments, can dominate quarters, and shines when the pace of the game slows down. This is exactly the skill set desired in a postseason scenario, especially when defenses tighten and every possession becomes a battle. Even if the player isn't considered one of the best defenders, in a system where a key player anchors the defense and another reads passes like a safety, the effort and instincts of this player could be enough. He doesn't need to be an impenetrable defender, just committed. Historically, he has shown the ability to shine under greater pressure. Furthermore, a change of scenery could bring significant benefits for the player. Often, a new environment, coaching staff, and system can unlock untapped levels of performance. This has been seen before. Think of the growth of certain players in new contexts. The arrival of this player in Los Angeles could be what elevates him from star to superstar. Tactically, this acquisition would also bring more flexibility to the team's final lineups. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on, what if I told you that one of the NBA's most electrifying and controversial superstars might be on the verge of joining the Los Angeles Lakers? That's right. Whispers have begun to swirl across the league. Kyrie Irving, the dazzling point guard with a flair for the dramatic and a resume stacked with all-star appearances, clutch moments, and cultural intrigue, could be eyeing Hollywood. Imagine the scene. LeBron James and Kyrie reunited under the bright lights of Crypto.com Arena, chasing one last title together. If that sounds like a fantasy, well, That's exactly why Lakers Nation can't stop talking. The rumor mill has been working overtime ever since the Mavericks' underwhelming finish in the NBA Finals. Despite Kyrie's renaissance season, highlighted by mind-bending crossovers, deep threes, and game winners, Dallas fell short, and murmurs began that Irving might be ready for yet another chapter. Multiple reports suggest that Kyrie is at least considering a new destination, and the Lakers, with cap maneuvering, assets, and a tantalizing reunion narrative, seem like the perfect fit. After all, LeBron and Kyrie's partnership once delivered Cleveland its only NBA championship. Could they be poised to recapture that magic one more time? Of course, any talk of Kyrie Irving comes with baggage, both good and bad. His off-court statements, mercurial decisions, and highly publicized controversies make him one of the NBA's most polarizing figures. But on the court, he's poetry in motion. Just this past season, Irving lit up scoreboards across the league, nearly pulling off another 50, 40, 90 campaign and etching his name into the Mavericks record books. When locked in, there are few players in the world who can match his shot-making, creativity, and killer instinct in the clutch. That's the version the Lakers hope to land, and the version that could swing the balance of power back to LA. Then there's the emotional undertone. LeBron James, approaching the twilight of his illustrious career, is still chasing another ring. He's made no secret of his admiration for Kyrie's game. In fact, the two have reportedly kept close contact ever since their split in Cleveland. With Anthony Davis anchoring the defense and Kyrie providing perimeter firepower, the Lakers could form a trio capable of making serious noise in the loaded Western Conference. It's a gamble, no doubt, but in Hollywood, the bigger the risk, the greater the reward. So, is this just smoke, or is there real fire behind the Kyrie to LA rumor? For now, it's all speculation, but the pieces are there. A veteran star looking for legacy redemption, a historic franchise in search of its next headline act, and a fan base always hungry for the next big thing. If Kyrie Irving does land in Los Angeles, it won't just be another roster move. It'll be a seismic shift. Stay tuned, because this story might just be getting started. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.